Hey there folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. And I am a little bit excited tonight. I got a new beer from Bigelow Brewing, which is basically one of my favorite local breweries, if not my number one. Actually, I think with the advent of Sam Adams ruining their Boston Lager, and Bigelow being my source for Lying Bastard, I think they've become my favorite because they have Lying Bastard is a perfectly balanced beer. It's what Boston Lager used to be. All right, that's enough about that. Tonight we're talking about the Horns, which is a balanced IPA from Bigelow, 5.9% ABV, locally sourced 2-row barley from Lisbon, Maine, and Mapleton. Locally sourced oats from Linnaeus. Cool. All right, so that's one thing nice about Bigelow is all of their brews and all of the food there, they do everything they can to source their ingredients locally. I mean, you're not going to be 100% successful with that all the time, but they do everything they can. And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe their pizza dough is made from spent grains, or at least incorporates them. So again, don't quote me on that one. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been there recently. I need to get my ass out there. I used to go at least once or twice a year, and I just kind of dropped off on my traveling activity. Anyway, so Bigelow in Skowhegan, Maine. If you're ever in the area, make sure to check them out. Put them on your list. It's not just a great brewery with a lot of great beers. It is a great destination. Their wood-fired pizzas are awesome. It's basically the best way to describe the place is like having a beer in somebody's backyard, because you literally are. Place is built into an old horse barn that was converted into a brewery, and it is, again, amazing, and just it's an experience. Anyway, I could smell the hoppiness of this, and it's got a bit of a citrusy tinge to it as I was pouring it out. Now it is a bit hazy, juicy looking. It's very hazy, actually. It's got a nice light yellow color that turns into a darker, almost a straw colored yellow towards the top here. Got a decent head on it without putting too much effort into it. I'm not seeing a lot of bubbles coming up, so it's not really heavily effervescent, but that head, that is there is sticking around pretty good, so, excuse me. The previous beer is coming back up on me in burps. Ooh, wait a minute. There's something else there. Can't quite put my finger on it. It's citrusy. Maybe dank and grassy, and with a hint of earthiness, too. An overall hoppy bitterness, though, which is really nice. Yeah, smells nice. Nice medium mouthfeel. Going down smooth. It's got a decent malt backbone to it that's giving it some nice body. And it's weird because and I know I'm skipping ahead to the finish, but in the finish, I'm getting an overall hoppy bitterness, but also some roasty notes. Well, it's not that dark of a beer, so I'm assuming that the malt isn't, toasted and roasted to a heavy degree, but there's enough there that I'm getting some roasty, almost smoky notes in the finish, again, along with the hoppy bitterness. And maybe it's just the hoppy bitterness that's tricking my palate into thinking that I'm getting the roasty and smoky character, but I'm pretty sure it's definitely there. It's funny, I was getting citrus at first, and now I'm getting I'm getting earthiness. There's almost a pleasant metallic earthiness to it, which I think was what I was picking up as being odd in the aroma. And I'm not used to getting earthiness. I'm used to getting citrus and pine, because that's what I'm mostly keyed towards. Anything that gives me a hop ester other than those two is got my attention. But I'm distinctly getting the citrus, slightly metallic earthiness. There's hints of grassiness and dankness as well in there. Maybe a bit of pine, although not as heavy as I'm used to. So, but I think it's there. Yeah. Minor hint of pine. But still, that roasty and smoky character in the finish, that's, again, I could be just, my brain could be jumping the track from the hoppy bitterness to that other character, but I'm pretty sure it's definitely, it's actually there, which is interesting. So like I said, anything that's not heavily citrus and pine or even gives me other hop esters has got my attention. The fact that I'm getting some earthiness with a metallic tinge to it, a pleasant metallic tinge, just for the record, I don't think it's coming from the can, as well as the slight grassiness, hint of dankness. Yeah, this one's definitely, it's good. Smooth and easy to drink. I mean, at what, 6.5%? Oh, 5.9. That's still respectable. It's still going down pretty damn easy for that. I mean, they said it's a balanced IPA. I gotta say, it's definitely a balanced IPA. Damn. Sorry, I'm thinking. I had to give this one a 4.5 out of 5. The only reason it's not getting that full-on 5 out of 5 is because it's not giving me that wow or unique experience. And it is a very well-balanced beer, but it's as an IPA, it's going to be hoppy. So it's tending towards hoppiness. I'm not getting as much of the malt or other characters as I would like in a fully balanced beer. So it's not quite hitting that 5 for those reasons. But it is as close to a perfect IPA as I can imagine, and I got nothing bad to say about it. Which it's not, hitting that standout. And this wouldn't have been the case even, maybe even 5 years ago. It would have been a full-on 5 out of 5 because there were so few beers that give you this same experience. But because it's now part of a crowd of beers that do the same thing, that's why it's not getting that full-on 5 out of 5. I know I'm making excuses here, but the bottom line is I can find no fault with this. It's just, again, and I am partial towards the brewery, but I can't give them extra points for that. I've got to try and keep it as impartial as possible here. So 4.5 out of 5. Although I reserve the right to change my mind after a couple more of these if I start raving to people about it. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. Hit me up down below in the comments or the email link. Love to hear what you have to say about the horns. While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you're ever in the Central Maine area near Skowhegan, even if you're staying in a hotel an hour away, make the drive, folks. It is well worth the trip. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.